Mankey will give us the green coming out of 4, and we are underway in super late model heat race action. Dave Hess leads us at a 2 over Kyle Bedell. Hess up on the high side through 3 and 4, no surprise there. Coming out of 4, lap 1 goes to the Wizard. Kyle Bedell running in second. Daryl Bozzard stalking Kyle Bedell for second. Bob Norman sitting back and forth. The Hornets nest for 5th between Tony Murado and Bob Hedman. Hedman with the upper hand over Murado coming into 3 and 4. Murado down low. Hedman running that middle line. At the line. It's too close to tell there. Wow. Some tight racing between Tony Murado and Bump Hedman for 5th. Dave Hess, your leader. That race to watch is the race for 5th between Tony Murado and Bump Hedman. Coming out of 4, halfway through for Dave Hess. Dave Hess has that Longhorn chassis hooked up these last few weeks. Picked up the Mike Farr Memorial 2 weeks ago, the night before. Picked up the win in his first super late model race back here at Stateline. And right now he is looking untouchable. Hess all by himself. In this one, Daryl Bozzard making it a good race for second between him and Kyle Bedell. Kyle Bedell holding off Dave Hess, 2 laps remaining. Kyle Bedell holding up Daryl Bozzard. Coming out of 4. White flag in the air, final time around for Dave Hess. Coming out of 4, move Daryl Bozzard into second. Final time. Checkered flag waves. Dave Hess Jr. picks up heat race number 1. Daryl Bozzard second. Kyle Bedell third. Bob Dorman fourth. Tony Murado will round up the top 5. So your top 5 in this one: 5th is the 15 of Tony Murado, 4th the 19 of Bob Dorman, 3rd the 7J of Kyle Bedell, 2nd the 22B of Daryl Bozzard, and ladies and gentlemen, give it up for your heat race winner in the 44H. It's the Wizard, Dave Hess. Coming out of 4, we are underway. Doug Eck leads us at a 2. Rest of the field tails. Paul Schreckengoss with a good run up on the high side. Running that middle to high groove in that 9X machine. Wendell Pinkney down low. Lap 1 goes to Eck. Pinkney second, Schreckengoss third, Ryan Scott fourth, Jason Jenko 5th. Wendell Pinkney. Good run for that number 1 machine there. They figured something out in that number 1 machine. Wendell Pinkney running second right now. Good run for him. Jenko with a run down to the bottom of Ryan Scott. At the line, I believe Jenko got him there. Yes, he did. Jason Jenko in the 3rd. Jenko and Scott duking it out for 3rd. Halfway through for Doug Eck. Ryan Scott up on the high side. Ryan Scott's going to take 3rd back. I don't think he's done either. He's got eyes on Wendell Pinkney. Jason Jenko and Ryan Scott. 3 cars under a blanket for second here at Stateline. Wendell Pinkney leading the pack. Ryan Scott gets way up there. At the line. Move Ryan Scott in the second. Ryan Scott wheeling on the high side. And that number 0 machine over Wendell Pinkney. Door-to-door, wheel-to-wheel. Scott with the upper hand working into 3 and 4. Pops in the 6th here, 2 laps to go for Doug Eck. Ryan Scott in the second now. Doug Eck a sitting duck. Ryan Scott's working a dig. Doug Eck has got a good run though in that 20J. And this is going to get interesting on the white flag lap. Final time around at the line. It's barely Doug Eck. There's contact. Ryan Scott and Doug Eck make contact at the flag stand. Doug Eck still your leader out of 2. For the final time down the back chute, does Ryan Scott have enough? Stays committed to the high side through 3 and 4. Coming out of 4, checkered flag waves at the line. Ryan Scott gets it done in the 0. Wow. Doug Eck 2nd, Wendell Pickney 3rd, Jason Jenko 4th, Paul Schreckengoss 5th. Wow, what a finish, ladies and gentlemen. So, your top 5 in this one. 5th, the 9X of Paul Schreckengoss. 4th, the 29J of Jason Jenko. 3rd, the 1 of Wendell Pickney. 2nd, the 20J of Doug Eck. And ladies and gentlemen, let him hear ya. Your heat race winner in the number 0, it is Ryan Scott. That will lead us into the 3rd. Coming out of 4, we are underway in heat 3. Douglas Eck leads us at a 2. Greg Oaks got a little high there. Brandon DeBrakeler making it work in that D1 machine early on in this one. Coming out of 4, lap 1 goes to Eck. Eck down on the bottom. Greg Oaks trying to make it work up on the high side. Douglas Eck better coming out of 2. Mike Smith and Brandon DeBrakeler duking it out for 3rd. Mike Smith running that middle to high group. Brandon DeBrakeler down low at the line. Move DeBrakeler into 3rd. Early on in this one, it has been all Douglas Eck. Greg Oaks trying to find a way around him. Has not had much success so far. Douglas Eck, Brandon DeBrakeler pulling away from Mike Smith. Now Garrett Mott working on the 96 of Mike Smith. 4th. There, Mott better down the back chute. Cross flags in here, halfway through for Douglas Eck. Greg Oaks starting to make that high side work. Slowly but surely, he is reeling him in. Eck still better attitude down the back chute. Greg Oaks closing that lead little by little every corner. At the line, it is still Douglas Eck, but Greg Oaks is right there. Coming out of 2, he has taken his shot. Here comes Greg Oaks. Greg Oaks with the upper hand down the back chute. Working into 3-4, he's Oaks up on the high side, pops some sticks in the air. 2 laps remain at the line. It's still Douglas Eck, barely over Greg Oaks though. They're drag racing down the back chute. Eck with the upper hand. White flag in the air. Coming out of 4. Final time around. Man, that is some close racing. Douglas Eck barely holding off Greg Oaks. Douglas Eck putting on a good performance, holding off the point leader. Working into 3 and 4 for the final time. Will we see fireworks again? Coming out of 4, Douglas Eck gets it done. Greg Oaks 2nd, Brandon DeBrakeler 3rd, Garrett Mott 4th, Mike Smith rounds out the top 5. So your top 5 in this one: 5th, the 96 of Mike Smith, 4th, the 43X of Garrett Mott, 3rd, the D1 of Brandon DeBrakeler, 2nd, the 22 of Greg Oaks. And ladies and gentlemen, give it up for your heat race winner in the 4-star, Douglas Eck.
And has to win heat race 1. Green flag is out. Pass charges into turn number 1 with the lead. Drellis to the inside of Jim Racy. 3 cars qualify. Racy's got to ramp it back up. He holds on to that 3rd spot as Drellis gets by with car number 111D. Meanwhile, Hess, all the experience behind the wheel of car number 44, leads lap number 1. Shane Crotty up into the number 4 spot right now as he gets underneath the 11 of Rory's after Jim Racy for that 3rd and final transfer spot down the back stretch. Shane Crotty coming around the turn, tries down on the low side. Jim Racy can't make it happen. As they work their way into turn, and look at that roar back down to the inside of the number 4 of Crotty. as the field works its way out of the turn. 3 laps complete. Jim Racy still holds on to that 3rd spot. Crotty and Rohr exchanging 4th. That's not good enough to get into the main event. They got to get around Crotty. Or Racy, that is. Halfway point is here. 4 down, 4 to go for Dave Hess Jr. Drellis holds on to 2nd all alone, but the battle's on for 3rd now between Racy and Rohr. Bobby looking to the inside of Jim Racy. Racy, the veteran modified driver, now becoming a veteran late model driver, holding off that 11 cars so far. 5 laps complete this time, Bob. As they work their way through turns 1 and 2, right now it's still Racy at 3rd. 2 laps to go for your race leader, Dave Hess Jr. Drellis still holds on to the number 2 spot, followed by Racy. 1 lap to go next time by for your race leader, Dave Hess Jr. Down the back stretch with over a 4-second advantage right now here at Stateline Speedway. Piloting the Anderson Motorsports Stables, car number 44, Dave Hess Jr. takes the win in heat race number 1. Drellis finishes 2nd, followed by Jim Racy in 3rd. Has to swing by here to get the checker flag photo, we assume, as he'll come to a stop here along the front stretch. Again, your race winner, Dave Hess Jr., car number 44, out of Waterford, New York. He's the first of 6. Car number 360, green flag is out. Westfield, New York, that is for Hauser. A.J. Miller really hugging the inside lane there, but on the back stretch, we got a battle for the lead between Wilbur and Carly. Carly, the veteran racer out of Freedom, New York, to the top side of Wilbur. Wilbur holding him off so far in the number 50. A great run so far for Wilbur. He leads at lap number 1 with Gerdak holding on to the 3rd spot. Ed Carley's not going to give up. Takes to the top side of the track. Wilbur giving him lots of room out there. A.J. Miller trying to hold off DJ Krug for the number 4 position. Coming off the turn, Wilbur holds on to the number 1 spot, but Ed Carley's right there with that rocket number 2. Carley cranks her sideways, gets up onto the berm, and he's going to lose ground on Wilbur. Jake Wilbur holding on to the number 1 spot with car number 50. Ed Carley falls in behind him now, trying to close back in on the 50. Scott Gerdak watching both of them intently in car number 5G in 3rd. A little ways back to the 14 AJ of A.J. Miller. Down the back stretch, they're starting to spread it out a little bit, about a second between them, 0.1 second that is. Crossing the line, halfway point is here, 4 down, 4 to go. Cross flags from Spanky Hall. Sticks grabbing the sticks and putting them away. Here we go, 5 laps complete this time by. Laps to go for Jake Wilbur to get his first career heat race win on the series. As they work down the back stretch, a little bit of dicing and slicing. White flag is out. Jake Wilbur holding on to that number 1 spot. This young kid from Hinsdale, New York. He might win his first heat race ever here in the Rush Late Models. Here we go, checkered flag is out, and the race winner is Wilbur over Carley, followed by Gerdak. A.J. Miller will grab 4th over DJ Krug and Chad Clement. And Jake Wilbur will go on to the dash. Ed Carley and Scott Gerdak make it into the main event. New York, car number 35. Green flag is out. Oh, Easler making heavy contact here as Messler, Easler and Hauser were making contact across the line, and I think, oh, trouble at the back of the pack as Du Bois goes around. Yellow flag. Yellow, yellow, yellow on the speedway. First caution flag of the night. Who's it gonna be? Green flag. This time Hauser lets Easler get through there. And Messler goes to the inside of Hauser to try to steal second, and he's got it. Brad Messler, car number 87S, the veteran driver out of Wellsville, New York, up into that number 2 spot. Hauser's going to have to fight off Kyle Zimmerman. Zimmerman's got a lot of laps around this track, too. He's got that Kinley Brothers car number 31 cranking her on the top side of the track. Ben Easler, car number 02. He is driving the Latta Brothers machine, looking for his first ever Rush Late Model Touring Series Heat Race win as well. Running after the 3C graphics. Rookie of the Year. Currently sitting '13th in points, Messler 12th in points, right behind him. As they cross the line, halfway point is here. It's Easler over Messler, followed by Hauser. Down the back stretch, Ben Easler, a former Touring Series champion for the Sportsman Modifieds. Looking to score here tonight. As he heads down the back stretch, car number 02 cranking her out. 2 laps to go for your race leader, Ben Easler. Coming out of turn number 2, Easler the leader over Messler. He's opened up a 1.433 second advantage. About the same back to Austin Hauser, who's hold on to that 3rd spot. White flag is out for Ben Easler. Can he win his first career Rush Late Model Touring Series Heat Race? Down the back stretch. Ben's going to be really excited if he pulls this off. Coming around the turn. Heat race number 3, going to 17-year-old Ben Easler. He picks up the win. Ben wins over Messler, followed by Austin Hauser. All right. LaFleur out of Friendship, New York in the 61. Rick Koresh and Tyler Youngs make up the last row. Green flag is out. 3 cars qualify in this 8-lap race, and they're almost 3 wide for the lead. And trouble as 2 cars loop it out, but head to the infield and keep on going. Meanwhile, Mike Wunderling backs out of it. It's Bryce Davis battling with Jeremy Wunderling for the number 1 spot. Bryce holds on to it. Jeremy tries to do a lane shift to try to get underneath Davis, and he can't make it happen. Davis holds on to that number 1 spot. Youngs had hit the inside berm so much, the whole front end is bent up in front of him there, and Youngs goes around in 2. Here we go, and Youngs is back out onto the speedway. I think he's going to call it a night, at least in the heat race. Down the back stretch, David Parker trying to close in on Mike Wunderling. Right now, Jeremy Wunderling 2nd in points. Bryce Davis, he picked up a win recently in car number 94. Down the back stretch. Bryce Davis trying to open up ground. He's looking for a win. Last time out, he finished 2nd to Dave Hess at Lernerville Speedway's Bill Emig Memorial. Jeremy Wunderling holds on to the 2nd spot. Mike Wunderling in 3rd. David Parker back and forth. About a 2nd advantage for each one of those positions right now. Here comes the white flag for Bryce Davis. Jeremy Wunderling finishes second. Mike Wunderling will try to get third as they gotta go one more time around. And the checker flag will come out for Bryce Davis. He'll win heat race number 4. Jeremy Wunderling finishes second, followed by Mike Wunderling in third. So Bryce Davis picks up the win in heat race number 4. Jeremy, 8 laps, 3 qualified, green flag is out. Joe Martin going to the high side there and brings it back down into the middle of the track. Austin Allen holds the early lead in car number 32A. Working their way off of turn number 4. Oh, Ward Shell goes around in car number 61. Go with the touring series. Green flag is back out. Austin Allen working it through turn number 2. Tubbs is up into that number 4 spot already with car number 89 Junior from the back of the pack. Austin Allen completes lap number 2. Ashton breaks up to third as Jason Jenko falling back with car number 29 Jay. Uncharacteristic for Jenko. Been a superstar in the past in this class. Austin Allen opening up ground now on Joe Martin. Working off the turn, Allen holds on to the number 1 spot. It's a tight racetrack here tonight. Rubber being laid down by all the divisions across the whole evening. Austin Allen holds on to the number 1 spot still. Here comes Joe Martin in second. Ashton breaks in third. Tubbs holds on to 4th over Jenko as we are halfway. 4 down, 4 to go, less than 4 now. Jenko to the outside of Tubbs, trying to get around him for 4th over there in turn number 3. Coming around the track. Working off the turn, down the back stretch, actually coming out of 4. 2 laps to go for Allen. Joe Martin still holds on to third, followed by Briggs. Tubbs getting a little low there in turn number 1 and 2. Got almost sideways and loose on the inside as the white flag is out for Allen. Jenko taking advantage. He's going to get up into that 4th spot by Tubbs, which is important for a starting spot in the B main if Jenko can't get through to the 3rd spot. And he secures that 4th position. Checkered flag is out, and your race winner, Austin Allen. He'll pick up the win over Joe Martin, followed by Ashton Briggs. And your race winner, car number 32A, Austin Allen. Green flag is out. Pinkus leads into turn number 1, but Bidwell's giving him a challenge on the outside. Brock Pinkus holds him off. Down the back stretch. And Bidwell's going to give a lot of fits here to Pinkus on the outside lane. They're side by side across the line. Pinkus giving him room. Pinkus now trying to out-drag Bidwell. He's got a lot of nice bite there in 2, but Bidwell dives down the low side as Brock opens up the door. Brock tries to shut that door hard going into turn number 3. Now he's got secured the number 1 spot with 2 laps in. Daryl Charlier sliding up into the 3rd spot. 4th is Andy Michael in the 17X as Andrew Chess back in 5th. Out of corner number 4 now. Pinkus still your leader over Bidwell. Down the back stretch. Halfway point will be coming up here for Brock Pinkus, winner here last year. Not on the touring series, but at least he picked up a win on a regular night. Shocking the crowd, shocking the teams. Pinkus gets a little loose there on the inside of turn number 4, slides out wide, but he's given himself enough of a gap. So hold on. As they head down the back stretch into turn number 3. Pinkus still leads. Bidwell holding on to the number 2 spot, followed by Daryl Charlier. White flag is out from race starter Spanky Hall. Pinkus may pick up the win here. Half pint, Damian Bidwell in second. Nice battle shaping up here for third between Charlier and Michael. Checkered flag is out. He'll pick up the win. Brock Pinkus. Bam Bam picking up the win. Bidwell finishes in second, followed by the 42 of Charlier. All right, your race winner, Brock Pinkus, car number 555. He'll stop down for that checkered flag shot. Damian Bidwell finishes second, and third goes to the 42 of Daryl Charlier. All right, coming up next.
Diabo. Spanky Hall gave us the green. We are underway in heat race number 1. Diabo leads us out of 2. Zach Johnson with a run over Timothy Rockwell down the back chute. And the yellow flag is out on the speedway. That is Jay Irwin parked in the middle of 1 and 2. He is going to roll away on his own. Coming out of 4, we are back underway. Diabo leads us out of 2. Zach Johnson's got a nice run. Here comes the jet. And Tim Peterson parked in the middle of 1 and 2. Yellow flag back out on the speedway. And we are underway. Diabo leads us out of 2. Off to an early lead. Johnson going to pull away from Rockwell down the back chute. Jimmy Diabo takes lap number 1. Jimmy Diabo with the upper hand over Zach Johnson down the back chute. They are spaced out 1 by 1 by 1 by 1. Diabo still your leader over Zach Johnson. Peterson working on Rockwell for third. Peterson down low. He's got to run in the 07P, door-to-door, wheel-to-wheel into 3 and 4. Rockwell with the upper hand over Peterson. They are side by side coming out of 4 at the line. Move Tim Peterson in third. Peterson still with the advantage over Timothy Rockwell, now extending that lead over him. Jay Irwin has pulled it into the infield. Two laps remain for Jimmy Diabo. White flag in the air, final time around for Jimmy Diabo. And at the line, Zach Johnson holding off Tim Peterson for second. Peterson working the bottom over Johnson. Johnson better at it too. Working down the back chute for the final time. Jimmy Diabo takes heat race number 1. Zach Johnson second, Tim Peterson third, Timothy Rockwell fourth, Thomas Root rounds out the top 5. So your top 5 in this one, 5th is the 12X Thomas Root, 4th the 32 of Timothy Rockwell, 3rd the 07P of Tim Peterson, 2nd the 105 of Zach Johnson, and ladies and gentlemen, your heat race winner in the number 40, it is Jimmy Diabo. May. Coming out of 4, we are underway in heat race number 2. CJ Ramsey pulling away early. Troy Johnson's got a nice run in that 2J machine. Troy Johnson has some momentum going on as he's coming off of a win at Lernerville Speedway just last weekend with the Elite Motorsports United E-Mod Series. Here comes Troy Johnson in the 2J. Johnson going to move down underneath Ramsey. Going to pull away from him through 3 and 4. Coming out of 4, new leader, it's Troy Johnson. Move Kyle Streckengast into 3rd. Kyle Streckengast digging in that 29X machine. Greg Johnson fighting back in the 05. Johnson going to drive back by Streckengast. Halfway through for Troy Johnson. Johnson pulling away from Ramsey. Greg Johnson trying to reel in CJ Ramsey for 2nd. Greg Johnson right there on CJ Ramsey. Does he have enough? The laps are winding down in this one. If he's going to make a move, he has got to do it right about now. White flag in the air, final time around for Troy Johnson. Working through 3 and 4 for the final time. Checkered flag in the air. Troy Johnson takes heat race number 2. At the line, CJ Ramsey takes 2nd. Greg Johnson 3rd. Kyle Streckengast 4th. And Donnie May rounds out the top 5. So your top 5 in this one. 5th, the 5M of Donnie May. 4th, 29X of Kyle Streckengast. 3rd, the 05 of Greg Johnson. 2nd, the 14R, CJ Ramsey. And ladies and gentlemen, coming off of a big win last week at Lernerville Speedway, give it up for your heat race winner, Troy Johnson. Coming out of 4, we are underway. Brightman leads us out of 2 down the back chute. Jason Brightman and Cale Crocker, door-to-door, wheel-to-wheel. Brightman with the upper hand. He will clear Crocker coming out of 4. Lap 1 goes to Jason Brightman. Brightman leads us down the back chute. It is still Jason Brightman early into this one. Out of 4, Jason Brightman still leading us. Butch Southwell challenging Cale Crocker for 2nd. Here comes Butch Southwell in the 55S. Southwell will run down to the bottom. Brightman takes his line coming into 3 and 4. Southwell coming back at the line. It is still Jason Brightman at the halfway point. Butch Southwell's working down on the bottom in the 55S. Brightman and Southwell move Cale Crocker. 3 cars under a blanket for the lead. Crocker gets way up high in the marbles there. He'll lose a lot of real estate. Move Kaczynski over Crocker for third. Butch Southwell fighting back. And Butch Southwell has the upper hand over Brightman coming out of 4. 2 laps to go. Butch Southwell pulled the trigger and hit bullseye. Move Butch Southwell to the lead. Southwell now going to pull away from Brightman. Working into 3 and 4. White flag in the air, final time around for Butch Southwell. Southwell leads us out of 2. Cruising down the back chute for the final time. Into 3 and 4, checkered flag is in the air. Butch Southwell takes UMP Modified Heat Race number 3. Jason Brightman second, Tommy Kaczynski third, Cale Crocker fourth, Christopher DePontier will round out the top 5. So your top 5 in this one: 5th, the N5 of Christopher DePontier, 4th, the 4 Junior of Cale Crocker, 3rd, the 19 of Tommy Kaczynski, 2nd, the 16 of Jason Brightman, and ladies and gentlemen, your heat race winner in the 55S, it is Butch Southwell. Spanky Hall, give us the green. Green flag waves, we are underway. Tower leads us out of 2. Nelson's got to run in that 25 down the back chute. Coin down on the bottom to the inside of Pratt. Coming out of turn 4, lap 1 goes to David Tower. Nelson peeking underneath Tower for the lead. Paul Nelson's got to run in the 25. Tower a little better coming into 3 and 4. At the line, new leader, it's Paul Nelson. Paul Nelson now going to get a little bit of an advantage over David Tower coming out of 2, pulling away down the back chute. Justin Pratt with a run. John Boardman stuck in the back. John Boardman trying to make something work in that 777, running the bottom, not having much luck so far. Nelson still your leader. Nelson now pulling to a comfortable lead. Brent Murado has moved that 15F into 3rd. Cross sticks in the air halfway through. Justin Pratt sneaking underneath Brent Murado. He's got a good run in the 11th star. Justin Pratt going to now run away from Murado coming into 3 and 4. Move Pratt back into 3rd. And the yellow flag in the air. Brent Murado and Russell Coyne stuck together. Is it green? And we are back underway. Nelson leading us at 2. David Towers got to run down on the bottom over Justin Pratt. John Boardman's making it work in that 777. Boardman's starting to sneak up on your leaders. Popsicle sticks in the air. 2 laps to go for Paul Nelson. Does David Tower have anything for him? David Tower starting to come back to life. John Boardman's got to run down on the bottom on Justin Pratt. Drag racing down the back chute. Boardman's got the upper hand working into 3 and 4. Pratt fighting back, door to door, wheel to wheel through 3 and 4. White flag in the air, final time around. Move John Boardman into 3rd. Boardman coming to life late, but it might be too late. And Ed Waters goes around. He keeps his foot in it. We are staying green. Coming out of 4, checkered flag waves. Paul Nelson takes heat race number 1. David Towers 2nd. John Boardman 3rd. Justin Pratt 4th. Russell Coyne rounds out the top 5. So, your top 5 in this one: 5th, the 8C of Russell Coyne. 4th, the 11 star of Justin Pratt. 3rd, the 777 of John Boardman. 2nd, the 72 of David Tower. And ladies and gentlemen, your heat race winner in the number 25, it's Paul Nelson. And green flag waves, heat 2 is underway. coming out of 2. Chris Withers out to an early advantage out of 2. Wiz going to pull away early in this one. Michael Oakes with a run up on the high side on Gary Fisher. Joe Steinreich sitting back and forth, stalking Oakes and Fisher for second. Lap 1 goes to Chris Withers. Wiz pulling away from the rest of the field early on in this one. Michael Oakes with a good run in that 22 machine gets underneath Fisher. Joe Steinreich stuck back there in 4th. Not what I expected to see here in this one. Steinreich moves up the track, working that high side, seeing if he can find some speed. He's got a good run on Fisher. Joe Steinreich to the outside. Baker goes around in 2. And he will park it there. Yellow flag out on the speedway. So, Fisher. And we are back underway. Wiz pulls out to an early lead once again. Joe Steinreich with a run on Gary Fisher for 3rd. Steinreich down on the bottom, coming out of 4. Chris Withers still your leader to the halfway point. Move Joe Steinreich into 3rd. Withers with a comfortable lead over Michael Oakes. Chris Withers decided this season, hasn't really ran Stateline a whole lot in the past, not on a normal basis. This year decided, you know what, I'm going to try his luck here at Stateline. He's been here almost every week. Has not really found the luck that he has been looking for. Oh, and Gary Fisher parked in the entrance of turn 2. That goes on, and we are back underway. Once again to a lead. Oakes and Steinreich, door-to-door, wheel-to-wheel. Steinreich up on the high side. Popsicle sticks in the air. 2 laps remain for Chris Withers. Joe Steinreich's got a good run in that 04, though. Things might get interesting here in a second. Joe Steinreich carrying a lot of speed up on the high side in that 04 machine. Withers faster down the back chute. Withers cruising that bottom line as he will take the white flag. Final time around in Heat 2. Oh, and Michael Oakes goes around. That will bring the yellow flag out. We are going to get them bunched back together. We are going to get a green and white thrown together to finish this one. Going to get a 1. And the green and white thrown together. We are underway for one more lap. Withers leads us out of 2. Joe Steinreich hits the crossover. Going to move back up to the high side. Gonna move, shoot down low. Steinreich's got to run down on the bottom. Will it be enough? Coming out of 4. It will not. Chris Withers takes heat race number 2. Joe Steinreich 2nd. Michael Oakes 3rd. David Baker 4th. Gary Fisher rounds out the field. So your top 5 in this one. 5th, the 99F Junior of Gary Fisher. 4th, the 94 of David M. Baker Jr. 3rd, the 22 of Michael Oakes. 2nd, the 04 of Joe Steinreich. And ladies and gentlemen, your heat race winner in the 21W, it's Chris Withers. Klein, Dustin Gibson out of 4. Heat 3 is underway. Looks like Gary Fisher is off the pace. Gary Fisher off the pace. That will bring the yellow flag out. John Klein going to lead us, and we are back underway. Klein going to pull away. Boardman's got the upper hand over Mohawk. Appleby going to move by Mohawk. John Klein, your early leader in this one. John Klein really extending that lead. He has got a really good run in that 07 machine. Halfway through for him. Ron Boardman running second. Shane Appleby holding on to third over Brian Mohawk. Shane Appleby, your defending track champion, has not really been able to find what he had last season. There's still there's still a little bit of time left in the season here at Stateline Speedway to figure it out. But so far, just has not been the same guy from last year. Two laps remain for John Klein in that 07 machine. Ron Boardman with a comfortable lead over Shane Appleby for second. John Klein has got about a straightaway lead over Ron Boardman. White flag in the air, final time around. Checkered flag in the air. John Klein gets it done in the 07. Ron Boardman second in the 50. Shane Appleby third. Brian Mohawk rounds us out. So, your rundown in this one: fourth, the 61 of Brian Mohawk. Third, the 30 of Shane Appleby. Second, the 50 of Ron Boardman. And ladies and gentlemen, give it up for your heat race winner in the 07. It is John Klein. Coming out of 4, we are underway. And the yellow flag is out. So we'll try this again. Merwick, Appleby, green flag waves. Tanner Ramsey working early, as is Jason Black. Jason Black shot out of a rocket. He pulled the trigger and hit bullseye on that one. Out of 4, lap 1 goes to Jason Black. Bill Appleby second, Tanner Ramsey third. Appleby fighting back on the high side, Jason Black faster. Black with a great run in that 5B machine. Down on the bottom, Tanner Ramsey digging down on the bottom as well. Bill Appleby up on the top. Move Ramsey into second. Black pulling away. Halfway through for Jason Black. He has got a comfortable lead over Tanner Ramsey. Black was a winner here. Jason Black was a winner here. Tanner Ramsey picked up his second victory of the season just 2 weeks ago on July 6th. Tanner Ramsey, the point leader. And it is all Jason Black with 2 to go. When he comes out of 4, he will take the white flag. White flag in the air, final time around for Jason Black. All by himself has put that 5B into cruise control. Coming out of 2, down the back chute for the final time. Working into 3 and 4. Coming out of 4, checkered flag wave. Jason Black takes heat race number 4. Tanner Ramsey second. Bill Appleby third. Eddie Merwick fourth. And Donnie Blood rounds out the top 5. So your top 5 in this one: 5th, the 45 of Donnie Blood; 4th, the 513 of Eddie Merwick; 3rd, the 9A of Bill Appleby; 2nd, the 14R of Tanner Ramsey; and ladies and gentlemen, your heat race winner in the 5B. Give it up for Jason Black. I will not. And green flag waves, we are underway. Tim Peterson leads us out of 2. Down the back chute into 3 and 4. Coming out of 4. Lap 1 goes to Tim Peterson. Nick Arnold second. Ryan Sanders third. Bill Silvis fourth. And Sanders is off the pace. We'll see if he gets it off the track. He will. We are still green flag racing. It is all Tim Peterson early on in this one. Tim Peterson with a nice lead over Nick Arnold early on in this one. Nick Arnold comfortably over Bill Silvis for second. Bill Silvis very comfortable over Enos for third. Enos with a comfortable lead over Bliley for 5th. Halfway through for Tim Peterson. Two laps remain for Tim Peterson. Peterson all by himself coming out of 4. White flag in the air, final time around. Coming out of 4, checkered flag is in the air. Tim Peterson takes heat race number 1. Nick Arnold second, Bill Silvis third, Leonard Enos fourth, and Devin Bliley parked in turn 2. Green flag waves, we are back up, we are underway. Oh, Willcox drove away from that. And Spanky did not like that one. We're going to line them back up. And green flag waves are back underway. Cody Rickard. Cody Rickard leading us out of 2, and Samantha Lanfear is around once again. And we are back underway. Joshua Willcox Making it work in that 1W machine. Al Brewer working on the 61 star of Cody Rickard. Al Brewer working to that 71. Willcox pulling away now, and the yellow flag is out. That is Robert Kettle around in the exit of turn 2. So Joshua Willcox in a comfortable lead over Al Brewer coming to the 2 laps to go. Willcox extending that lead over Brewer down the back chute into 3 and 4. White flag in the air, final time around for Joshua Willcox. Checkered flag in the air. Joshua Willcox gets it done in the 1W. Al Brewer second. Cody Rickard third. Kirk Mohawk will round out the field. And we are underway. Von Nystrom leads us out of 2. Zane Harvey right on his tail, running in second. Coming out of 4, lap 1 goes to Von Nystrom. Zane Harvey up on the high side, making it work, door to door, wheel to wheel. Harvey with the upper hand coming into 3 and 4. Out of 4, new leader, it's Zane Harvey. Tyler Oakes pulls her into the infield. And the yellow flag is out. Debris on the racetrack. Line back up, Delaware double file. And we are back underway. Zane Harvey pulling away. Contact between Bryson Hill and Nick Arnold, or Von Nystrom. Down to 3. And green flag is back out. Zane Harvey gonna pull away out of 2. Take the cross flags halfway through for Zane Harvey. here. Just a little look of what the whole season has been like for Zane Harvey. Has been absolute domination. He has won all but one night here at Stateline this season. Looking to keep that hot streak alive tonight. Off to a pretty good start so far. Two laps remain for Zane Harvey. Von Nystrom with a huge lead over Cody Van Gilder for second. And Cody Van Gilder around in turn 2, and the yellow is out. White flag in the air, final time around for Zane Harvey. Checkered flag in the air, Zane Harvey gets it done in the 22. Von Nystrom second, Cody Van Gilder third. And coming out of 4, green flag waves, we are underway. Isidore leads us at a 2. Rob Eaton fighting back in the 82 down on the bottom. Chris White tagged the wall a little hard. Ryan Card going to move past him into third. At the line, lap 1 goes to Rob Eaton. Rick Isidore right there in second. Here comes Ryan Card in the 5. Ryan Card making it work. Down to the bottom of Eaton. Rob Eaton still leading us. Ryan Card quickly made his way to the front. Started 7th, is battling for the lead now. Halfway through for Rob Eaton. Ryan Card gonna move up the track, try to make it work in that number 5. He'll dive bomb down to the bottom in 1 and 2. Here comes Ryan Card. He's gonna blow past Rob Eaton down the back straight. Coming out of 4, 2 laps to go. Move Ryan Card to the lead. Ryan Card pulling away now out of 2, and the yellow flag is out. You see Kyle Coons down there. And I believe Trenton Curry. Coming out of 4, green flag waves, we're back underway. Ryan Card pulling away out of 2. Terry Mealy's got a good run in that 14 machine. Terry Mealy gonna run past Chris White. Coming out of 4, white flag in the air, final time around for Ryan Card. Rolling down the back chute for the final time into 3 and 4. Checkered flag is in the air. Ryan Card takes a sharp mini-weight model heat race. Rob Eaton second, Rick Isidore third, Terry Mealy fourth, Chris White rounds out the top 5. And green flag is out, we are underway. Wolfie's got a good run early in this one. Tyler Peterson parked in the middle of 1 and 2. Went sideways. And that will bring the yellow flag out. We are underway. Zimmerman down low. Coming out of 4, lap 1 goes to Diabo. back to the front. Daniel Bittinger with a run in that 88. Shot out of a rocket. Move Daniel Bittinger to the lead. Noah Zimmerman in the second. Cross flags in the air halfway through. Volpe has worked his way in the second. Pete Volpe, a two-time winner so far this season at Stateline. Popsicle sticks in the air, 2 laps to go. Bittinger all by himself. Pete Volpe with a very comfortable lead over Zimmerman for second. White flag in the air, final time around. Checkered flag in the air. Noah Zimmerman gets it. Daniel Bittinger gets it done in the 88. Pete Volpe second. Noah Zimmerman third. Annalisa Diabo fourth. And Tyler Peterson rounds out the top 5. And coming out of 4, green flag waves, we are underway. Dicing through the field early. Move Domingo to the lead. Halfway through for Domingo Ataria. And 2 laps remain for Domingo. Coming out of 4, white flag in the air, final time around. Coming out of 4, checkered flag in the air, Domingo Ataria gets it done in 52. Bryce Anderson second, Mark Luce third, Adam Brisky fourth, and Natalia Powell will round out the top 5. Goggle and Heineman, and we are underway. Lap 1 goes to Heineman. John Moose in the second. 2 laps to go for Holden Heinerman. White flag in the air, final time around. Checkered flag in the air. Holden Heinerman gets it done in 32H. Trying to be second.
And Ray Hauser out of Westfield and car number 360 make up row 4. Green flag is out. Again, 8 laps the distance. 2 cars qualify. A.J. Miller already getting heat from Shane Crotty. Crotty goes to the inside. He won recently at Erie Speedway, and he's looking for another win here tonight. Working the top side of the cushion. It's going to be A.J. Miller holding back. Again, only 2 cars qualify for the A main event, and everyone's trying to chase those 2 spots. John Haggerty looking to the inside of Miller. All the other cars will move on to our D&B Jewelers non-qualifiers race here tonight. Working down the front stretch into turn number 1. Bobby Rohr holding on to that number 1 spot over Crotty. Side by side battle for third, but it's not good enough. They've got to get up there to battle for second. John Haggerty takes third away from A.J. Miller. Halfway point, 4 down, 4 to go. Working off of turn number 2 now. Haggerty holds on to the number 3 spot over Miller. Down the back stretch through 3 and 4. Bobby Rohr holding on to the number 1 spot. Working off the turn. Coming, oh, look out, spinner in turn 2. Around goes Blodgett in the 23 GB. Champion blend of spices that will make your next grill session a victory lap. Green flag back out. Now DJ Krug looking to the inside of A.J. Miller as they work down the back stretch. It's still war over Crotty. Haggerty back there in third. A.J. Miller's fallen through the field as he's got passed by Krug, and now Clement's getting around him. With 2 laps to go, less than that for Bobby Rohr. Down the back stretch into turns 3 and 4. Rohr working off the turn. White flag is out. One more time around for Rohr. Checker flag is out. Bobby Rohr picks up the win. Shane Crotty is second. John Haggerty, DJ Krug, and Chad Clement round out the top 5. With that, Bobby Rohr, Tyler Youngs out of Union City. Starting scratch on the field. He's the 8th car as we got a scratch at Billy Dubois. Green flag is out. 8 laps, 2 cars qualify. Now a battle on for the number 2 spot. As David Parker feeling heat there from Randy Hall, and we got Youngs around in 2, and he keeps on going. Coming off of turn number 4, Randy Hall has snuck up there into that number 2 position. Falling back is David Parker in car number 2. Dubois is actually out there. The car missing appears to be the 61 of LaFleur. LaFleur was the one that didn't make it out. Billy Dubois did. Billy's back in 5th. Working off the turn. Billy trying to close in on the 99B of Jacquet. Off of corner number 2, Kyle Zimmerman. Oh, look out, Jacquet a little sideways up there in turn 2. Dubois gets underneath him. They're side by side through 3 and 4. But that's back for the number 4 spot. Your leader out front remains Kyle Zimmerman, car number 31. Du Bois getting around Chiquet to grab 4. All right, it's Randy Hall closing in here as Youngs is struggling around the track. Halfway point is here, 4 down, 4 to go. Zimmerman and Hall and Parker are closing in on Youngs. Tyler, debut here in this car, I believe. Working off the turn. Zimmerman's going to have to size him up, and Hall's going to look for an advantage as they work off of turn number 2. Zimmerman's backed off a little bit, waiting to see what direction Youngs goes. Now as he sees the green and black nose of Hall, and he realizes, I got to go for this. He slides it underneath Youngs. Youngs giving him room on the inside, along with Hall and Parker. 2 laps to go. Working off the turn down the back stretch. White flag will be out for Kyle Zimmerman. David Parker's right there trying to make a move on Hall for second. As they rocket down the back stretch. Kyle Zimmerman, car number 31. Holding on to the number 1 spot. Checker flag is out of B-main number 2. And it's Zimmerman, the race winner, over Randy Hall. David Parker, 3rd. 4th is Billy Du Bois, and 5th is Mason Chiquet. And with that, your race winner, Kyle Zimmerman, car number 31. Second goes to David Parker, second goes to Randy Hall. Green flag is out. Jenko jumps out to the number 1 spot, and Michael falls right in behind him. Michael wanted to get down to that inside lane. The track is tight tonight. Got to ride that inside lane, and it's hard to find that passing groove. And Michael knew to fall in right behind Jenko. 1 lap is complete as Tubbs is trying to fight off Chess going into turn number 1. Andrew Chess in the 8-seat car. Back there in the number 4 spot as Jacob Tubbs pulls away from him. Tubbs in the number 89 junior. 2 complete this time by. As they head down the back stretch. Working off the turn. 3 complete. Jenko now with about a second advantage over Michael with the halfway point here. 4 down, 4 to go. Andy Michael with nearly a 2-second advantage right now over Tubbs. 3 laps to go this time. Parallel flags in the air from starter Spanky Hall. 2 to go for your race leader, Jason Jenko. Smooth sailing so far for Jenko into 29. White flag will be out this time. 1 more time around for Jenko and Michael. Down the back stretch, Jason Jenko and Andy Michael lead him into corner number 3 and 4. Checkered flag is out. Your race winner, Jason Jenko. Second goes to Andy Michael. Those 2 will move on to the A main event tonight.